Hi everybody, today we're going to talk some Grand Theft Auto 6. We've got a couple interesting topics to wrap up all into one video, and to basically sum this whole video up into 5 seconds, well, we're going to be talking about an anonymous 4chan post regarding Rockstar Games, GTA 6, and something allegedly happening on March 25th in just a few short weeks, as well as the coronavirus and how that's affecting Take-Two Interactive and possibly Rockstar Games. Really, there's nothing to worry about there. So with that brief summary, hopefully I can earn your thumbs up on this video. A little love goes a long way. 2,000 likes would be awesome. But with that said, let's kind of dive into these topics and talk about them just a little bit more. Alright, so first up, let's talk 4chan. I know what you're already thinking. Zach, it's 4chan. Are you serious right now? Well, hear me out. So, just a few short days ago, an anonymous user posted on 4chan an image of the Rockstar Games logo, and all he said was, March 25th, GTA 6. And that was it. So I know that's not a lot to go off of, and obviously y'all know me well enough to know that I'm not that gullible, and I hope that y'all aren't either, but this still is very interesting because, well, when it comes to Rockstar Games and certain things being leaked on 4chan, well, there's actually a pretty good track record of those things actually coming true. And to actually go back a little bit, starting in 2016 on 4chan, a rogue Rockstar Games employee actually leaked the Bikers and Import and Export GTA Online update and all of the contents before it was even announced by Rockstar Games. And that was actually, like I said, found on 4chan, and all of that actually turned out to be correct, and all of that came true. And then with Red Dead Redemption 2, the release date, the official one, was actually leaked on 4chan just before Rockstar Games announced that, the exact date and Friday that came out. And I remember that happening. So just very interesting right there. So we're kind of 2 for 2 when it comes to Rockstar Games leaks on 4chan. This one is a bit different, being that it's very vague, but also when it comes to that, you know, I kind of think to myself, why could this possibly be credible? And just really wanting GTA 6 and being that desperate for this game and some sort of information doesn't add any credibility, but it's obviously not credible at all. But what's interesting about this is how bare bones it really is. So most of the time when we get GTA 6 leaks, with, you know, air quotes around that, they're very detailed. They're very long. There's multiple paragraphs detailing the nitty-gritty stuff of the game. Like, hey, this pedestrian's going to have blonde hair and wear a red tie and things like that. But this one is just simply a date and a logo. And I would believe this over something super detailed like one of the fake leaks that are very popular that we always get that I never cover because some of those are so obviously fake. But on the contrary, though, this is still just a date with nothing to back this up. So while I'm going to believe this to not be true, and obviously it's fake most likely, I'm just going to hope that this is real, being how bare bones it is. Like I said, it's so vague and it's so different compared to most of the leaks that we get. It just makes me wonder. And also being that this date is March 25th, it's like 2 weeks away or so. You know, it's kind of interesting just to see what if something actually did happen. So who knows? We're just going to have to play the waiting game with that, but really take all that with a grain of salt. I don't like to use that quote a lot, but I'm not going to say this is fake. Obviously not going to say that this is real. With this one being that we have a date just a couple weeks away, we're just going to kind of have to wait it out and see what happens there. So as for kind of the last thing regarding this topic, what could this be on March 25th? Well, it's pretty apparent that if it is anything at all, it's going to be either just an announcement, a teaser, a logo, or a hashtag. Not any sort of like release date, obviously. Like, hey, GTA 6 will be releasing on March 25th. Rockstar Games is not Eminem. They're not going to drop a surprise game without any sort of promotion whatsoever like he does his albums. So, if anything, it'll be like what Rockstar did with either GTA 5 or Red Dead Redemption 2. We would see like a profile picture change, a hashtag saying GTA VI or whatever the name of GTA 6 is going to be. Maybe a teaser. That would be cool. That's reaching, but it would just be something very, very minimal just to hype everybody up. And also, the very last thing that I want to mention regarding all of this is last week I made a video covering the fact that Rockstar Games updated their whole website, added some new artwork, and that was about it. While that could just be a simple update to the website with some artwork, it's interesting that Rockstar did that, because anytime in the past that Rockstar Games has done something like this, it's always in preparation for some sort of announcement or teaser or something along those lines, because when you announce something, you're going to have a lot of people flooding to their website, and, well, it's been the same for quite a number of years now. So to change that up and then this kind of pop up kind of just makes things a little more interesting. Like I said, it's not confirming anything at all, but those are just some little context clues we're putting together that could make sense, or it could just be that's how desperate we are. Now, the next topic that I want to talk about is the coronavirus and how that could be affecting Rockstar Games, Take-Two Interactive, and all of that. Now, that's reaching, that's crazy, but I'm not making any of this up. As I've stated in the past, we're simply just kind of regurgitating things that we see on online articles and leaks and discussions and things like that, and that's what we put into these videos. So, actually though, Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick talked about this the other day, and I just want to say, no, the coronavirus isn't going to delay the next Rockstar Games title or anything like that. If it ever reached that point, well, this game would be the least of our worries. So, Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick was asked the other day about the coronavirus and how that's affecting games, Take-Two Interactive, work, and things like that. And basically, Strauss Zelnick said he isn't concerned about the spread of the coronavirus, and he doesn't think it's going to hurt the overall gaming business, and he does believe, though, that the outbreak will force many companies to permanently rethink stances on remote work, meaning sending people overseas, working, going, instead of going to work in your office, you would work from home. That's where these developers would work. So it would be different, and this might have a long-lasting effect on that. But as far as anything else goes, there really isn't anything to worry about. A lot of people are just blowing this little article out of proportions. It is interesting to note, though, that out of all of Take-Two Interactive, the only thing kind of affected by the coronavirus is the game The Outer Worlds, which is being ported over to the Nintendo Switch, but the Nintendo Switch version of The Outer Worlds has actually been delayed because the port studio is located in China, where obviously a lot of this is taking place. So that's the only real issue the coronavirus has had as far as affecting Take-Two Interactive, which is the parent company of Rockstar Games. But The Outer Worlds has nothing to do with Rockstar Games. So I do want to talk about, though, something pretty interesting that happened in late 2012. That was Hurricane Sandy, and how Rockstar Games actually ended up, and how that affected Rockstar Games. So because of Hurricane Sandy and hitting the eastern seaboard, and Rockstar Games, one of their headquarters being located in New York, well, Hurricane Sandy affected Rockstar Games, which impacted the second GTA 5 trailer, which was actually delayed because of this disaster, because of Rockstar Games actually having no power to their office. And back then, they actually made a whole Newswire post, and it's so weird to look back on this. I haven't thought of it in years, but I remember reading this way back in 2012, before there was this really big GTA community on YouTube, or obviously it wasn't as big as it is now. So because of the hurricane, though, Rockstar Games did delay the second GTA 5 trailer. So if the coronavirus ever got really bad, obviously Rockstar Games would probably communicate with us like, hey, this is pretty bad, so we're going to delay whatever's going on, even though what they would delay isn't even announced yet. So as I mentioned a moment ago, these are like two way different scenarios between a hurricane and a major natural disaster and a virus floating around. But if it ever came to this scenario where something had to be delayed, that would just be the least of our worries. Everybody would be turning into zombies and things like that. So, lastly, the very last thing that I do want to talk about is Timothy Neff, renowned stuntman and motion capture employee, I guess you could say, for Rockstar Games. He's worked on Red Dead Redemption 2, GTA 5, and so much more. And he's always kind of in the news regarding his interesting images on Instagram, which he gets spammed with, hey, is this GTA 6? He's even made his Instagram private because of that, because of the desperate GTA 6 fans. Just don't go to his Instagram and do that. It's, like I said, it should be private still. But he's always posting images of himself in motion capture suits, which makes fans think this has got to be GTA 6. And once again, here recently, he did that again, and it turns out this is not Grand Theft Auto 6, because in one of the images, there's somebody else taking a selfie, and that is David Palladino. And if we go to his Instagram page, we can actually see that he is wearing the same motion capture suit welding the same weapons as on Timothy Neff's profile, and he's tagged Activision. So this is most likely work for some sort of Call of Duty game. So that's that as far as Timothy Neff goes. Doesn't look like we got any GTA 6 there. And even if it was, it wouldn't matter. It's just a motion capture suit. We're not... that's it. So anyways, hopefully y'all did enjoy this video. Just wrapping up a few different topics regarding Grand Theft Auto 6, Rockstar Games, and Take-Two Interactive into one video. If y'all did enjoy, well, hopefully I can earn your thumbs up. A little love always goes a long way. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Consider subscribing. And with that said, I hope to see ya in the next video.